my friend from the politics forum, who is a Liberal Democrat supporter, wasn't actively explaining that
Democrats. What about the Liberal Democrats? Well, the lead guy is a Christian who still not in favour of getting married, where it has been gerrymandered to be Tories or Lib Dems is a vote away from Tories. Yes, I realise, you know, the reason the Tories got in on the
thieving, illegal war committing people. So have the Conservatives. And the Liberal Democrats
do it. You know, the Liberal Democrats, well, you know, we'd like a bit of power, you know, and also
Democrats don't pull out. So the moment the Liberal Democrats say, well, you see, we will leave, and keep their heads above water and try and stay alive, the entire reason why the Liberal Democrats utterly demolished their, you know, Green, Labour, and then literally like the top Lib Dem, like the Lib Dem at the top of. So yeah, don't fucking vote for them. So then there's the Liberal Democrats. We are voting for the Liberal Democrats so long as they do not side with the Conservatives. So what you are, in other words, saying is, it would be very bad to enter a coalition with the Liberal Democrats. Say the people who...
I wonder why, George. I wonder fucking why. 5 years of you and the Lib Dems, and then barely, like,
knows to vote Green next time. Or UKIP, or Liberal Democrats, whatever your fucking version of it is. But just their fuckery coming down on us, and you know what? Labour and the Liberal Democrats, if the Liberal Democrats hadn't gone in, nobody would have been able, but they kind of both fucked things up pretty royally in the past. I think that the Liberal Democrats are allowed to be forgiven was changed by the Liberal Democrats, by them breaking their fucking promises.
Who supports, who is a right winger. You could be someone who is a Lib Dem, or even just someone who is a moderate within Labour.
This is the Labour Party talking to its new SNP and Green and Lib Dem converts who have converted to
incredibly conservative town. Right, 25 Conservatives to 8 Lib Dems and 2 Labour. Right.
We've gotten rid of those fucking traitorous Liberal Democrats, and we can get rid of the Conservatives because they. But in all seriousness, though, like, what about the Liberal Democrats? What are their policies? Because it's like, well, Labour's not given a bloody nose, and you know, the Liberal Democrats have been destroyed, and you know, they had a minority government. The Liberal Democrats didn't just give them legitimacy. The Liberal Democrats interests, and it is indeed in the best interest of everyone in the country if the Liberal Democrats don't pull out. So the moment
was not in favour of gay marriage because he's a fucking religious homophobe. And the Liberal Democrats, who have shown themselves willing to get in
of Labour, of Liberal Democrats, and of UKIP resigning. All of them resigning. Okay, Green in Labour. Except you also have the thing now of the Liberal Democrats have fucked up, you vote in the Green.
But the fact is the Lib Dems are not Tories. And every vote for a Lib Dem in a Tory safe seat where it has been majority of people to vote for somebody other than bloody Labour, Lib Dems or Conservatives. And those three options are still...
Okay. Sometimes this backfires, as in the case of the Liberal Democrats. But, you know, that somehow the Liberal Democrats didn't do a single thing to stop the Conservatives. That somehow Democrats didn't just give them legitimacy. The Liberal Democrats gave them... The Liberal Democrats let them rule. Like Falklands, you know, the war in Iraq, like Conservatives and Conservatives and Labour, they kind of both are angry with nothing to do. You have the Liberal Democrats beaten and destroyed, growing all the time in political things with the Liberal Democrats, Labour and the Conservatives. Oh look, it's fucking UKIP. So, and we are having a go and boycotting Liberal Democrats because they made one big mistake. Like, but the Liberal Democrats, so long as they were in power with the Conservatives, and so long as the people who got in last time because they entered a fucking coalition with the Liberal Democrats. Spending will be up, fucking, and whilst the Liberal Democrats are certainly preferable to the Conservatives,
said that they would go into bed with the Conservatives. So a vote for the Liberal Democrats is a vote for the Conservatives.
Guy I kind of like and respect, and I have disagreements with because he's a Lib Dem. But just reminding me that, oh yeah, there's a new movement of people now defending the Liberal Democrats, saying, well, look at what the Conservatives are doing now. Ready for government. You know, we should win, and the Liberal Democrats saying, but you're Tories, aren't you? You're just Tories.
Lib Dem at the top of the ballot paper. Because I don't fucking know what the Lib Dems are. But the fact is, the Lib Dems are not Tories. We do want to vote UKIP. Maybe we do want to vote Lib Dem. Maybe we'll want to vote someone who's going to be, who will be willing to go in.
The immense amount of goodwill they turned sour. Okay. Liberal Democrats have completely fucking sunk it. Quick, try and stop him! Stop him! Oh shit, he's winning! Lib Dems, be terrified of Lib Dems, fucking isn't working! Well, what do we do? Supporters from the Green Party and from the Liberal Democrats, it could draw back support in the last 5 years because essentially the Liberal Democrats decided to make a compromise for political will and power. And as a result of the hung parliament and the Liberal Democrats breaking their promise about tuition fee of Labour, Conservatives, UKIP and Liberal Democrats, because yeah, the Liberal Democrats made some horrible
local election results and go, you know, well, I can probably stay home. Or maybe this time, yeah, I can vote Lib Dem or I can vote UKIP, you know, like...
who stand any chance of getting in here are the Conservatives or the Liberal Democrats, and the Liberal Democrats have shot themselves in the foot, so the Conservatives... Historically, it's been the Conservatives versus the Liberal Democrats, and the Conservatives are fucked. And
then decide that, yes, it's going to be the Liberal Democrats and the Conservatives. Cue 5 years of shit.
Yeah, I definitely trust them a lot more than Liberal Democrats, because, yeah, the Liberal Democrats showed what happened when you let them get into a position.
We'll have, essentially, Toryism anyway. Or you can vote for the Liberal Democrats, led by a guy now who...
with the Conservatives when they were in power and when the Liberal Democrats were trying to stop them. You can't stop promise to get in just after we had a left-wing Liberal Democrat Party break their promise on tuition fees, and they're better than the Conservatives, and they're better than fucking Liberal Democrats. Maybe. But that's it. Labour was going to go in cut for fucking cut. And the Liberal Democrats get decimated. You know, if you're going to say that the Liberal Democrats going into power with the Conservatives was fucking presidential race, you know. I mean, the Greens and the Lib Dems and the SNP have been building support for 15 do something. You don't do it. I know a Liberal Democrat supporter who's like has
neoliberal, but you know the Liberal Democrats, UKIP, the Conservative Party, they are all embracing neoliberal. But yeah, you support Donald Trump being impeached, and you support. You vote Labour or Lib Dem or just basically anyone but the fucking.
I can't actually forgive them for that. The Liberal Democrats altered the fucking course of.
And they ain't gonna give up until they've all been fucking purged. Meanwhile, the fucking Liberal Democrats are a fucking mess.
Because the whole reason that, in his view, the Liberal Democrats did a noble sacrifice was that they allowed Labour and the Liberal will split and will form some kind of supergroup with the Lib Dems and the Greens. Well, Jeremy Corbyn's already.
So what about the Liberal Democrats? What about the Liberal Democrats? Well,
denial turned to concern as the restraining bolt on abuse was shattered. The Liberal Democrats were a joke, an excuse to. Like, the Liberal Democrats, as if you are someone who votes tactically, they're never ever gonna. Conservatives won with a majority vote in our broken political system. The Liberal Democrats were eviscerated. Labour.
If you are a moderate or a moderate of the Labour Party or a member of the Lib Dems or if you are even a conservative,
you fucking walk out the door then. So yeah, Liberal Democrats, don't fucking vote for them. Gets into power because the Conservatives get into power because the Liberal Democrats let the Conservatives get into power. Bad shit.
And the Liberal Democrats who nobody fucking trusts or gives a shit about anymore.
Can vote for the Greens, can vote for the Liberal Democrats, can vote for Labour, can vote for any number of independents. Is in power. Everything is a Liberal Democrat fault. I mean, it'd be that stupid.
You got into bed with the Tories? Fuck you! I'm not voting for you. So the Liberal Democrats are tarnished, right? Because they're fucked.
Needed them. The Liberal Democrats could stop them from doing the most atrocious things. I voted for the Green Party because, hey, the Green Party are like the Liberal Democrats, only less wishy-washy, a compromise for political will and power. I think clearly on balance, the Liberal Democrats have been holding back. I mean, it is really horrible, but yeah. I mean, Lib Dems are dead. No fucker's gonna vote for them. And the entirety of Scotland, barring one Liberal Democrat seat, one Labour seat, and basically shot themselves in the foot. But at the end of the day, they're still a fucking Liberal Democrats. You know, the amount of...
And, similarly, the Liberal Democrats, right? They had this building momentum.
Nothing we do makes a fucking difference. Because we finally get Lib Dems pushing for change, pushing up there.
Who supports, who is a right winger. You could be someone who is a Lib Dem, or even just someone who is a moderate within Labour.
Thing, right? We all thought the Liberal Democrats were gonna be our heroes. And before that, we did a noble sacrifice, was that they allowed Labour and the Liberal Democrats time to try and buy more votes. This fucking Labour shit that's happening. All the, news on, what the Liberal Democrats are doing, and, the alliance. Vince Cable, Lib Dems could enter Rainbow coalition with Labour and SNP. So what you are, in other words, so much under 5 years with the Liberal Democrats holding them back. They've barely begun 5 years of... If you are a moderate or a moderate of the Labour Party, or a member of the Lib Dems, or if you are even a and then literally like the top Lib Dem, like the Lib Dem at the top of the ballot paper. Because I don't fucking know what the Lib Dems are. Knowing that, the Liberal Democrats arguably did a noble thing, that, that it's okay to have certain... We need Natalie Bennett, we need whoever the fuck's gonna take over from the Liberal Democrats. Because sort out the sort of liberal welfare issues. Sodding Liberal Democrats, I think, still are the best of the... Then you have Labour, then you have the Liberal Democrats, then you have the Conservative Party, and then you have... And that will always be a bluff. Because it is in the Liberal Democrats' best interest.
I'm not voting for you. Equally, if you're Labour, you're like Liberal Democrats. You got into bed with the Tories. Fuck you.
Horrendous debt. Because, I was talking to a Liberal Democrat today and he was saying, well, you see, student debt isn't...
With the Conservatives and the Liberal Democrats, right, there was opposing ideologies there.
People have had 5 years of austerity already. And if you believe the Lib Dems, that was 5 years of a much... It was just red Tories. You have the Liberal Democrats trying desperately to claw onto votes.
And crisis and economic crash, they're alright. But then we got the Tories and the Lib Dems during a hung parliament, and Labour decided that the... Now, yes, some of them voted UKIP. Yes, some of them voted for the Liberal Democrats, which is arguably...
A rise in tuition fees is such a small thing, but it broke the trust in the Liberal Democrats. Resentment turned to...
A few people stuck with the Liberal Democrats, and it wasn't good. It wasn't fair, it wasn't right, and it ended.
By all means, no matter what party I'm fucking voting, I don't mind going into coalition with the Lib Dems, so long as that doesn't also mean going into... Tories are going to be like, when it was the Tories and the Lib Dems, well, you've got to... it's just the Lib Dems that they betrayed us the moment. You've got the reformed Liberal Democrats, you've got the Green Party, and you've got the SNP all banging on about
the Tories, and you're like, you fuckers got in to bed with the Liberal Democrats, and you increased the deficit more than Labour. Fuck you.
And Liberal Democrats, because, yeah, the Liberal Democrats made a horrible fucking decision.
I wonder why, George. I wonder fucking why. 5 years of you and the Lib Dems, and then barely, like...
Woking. Because it's a change that isn't just Liberal Democrats or fucking Conservatives. Which, as we've...
Labour MP. Was it a Lib Dem? Was it a Green? Was it a Democrat? Was it any kind of socialist?
All of this! The crippling of the Liberal Democrats, the bloodying of Labour's nose, the UK, and they do actually have more seats than the Liberal Democrats. So they aren't a minor... The Liberal Democrats won the youth vote on a promise to not raise the tuition fee. We had a
Might as well be empty, considering that, you know, politicians lie all the fucking time. No. The Liberal Democrats, vote for us and we'll get rid of Jewish Party, the Conservatives, and then we also have Labour, the Liberal Democrats, the Green Party. Well, the Green Party